Yes, welcome back to the Bray Ethan Podcast, episode 126. And of course, it is all powered by Pegs. And Ethan, I get excited about Pegs.
I do as well.
Discounts galore.
We've got a few requests about it, and people are jumping on board. So it is a game changer.
I've had that many people message me over the last couple of days saying, "What is your username? I want that $10 when I sign up." And they are getting it, and they are loving it. So, of course, it is a new student discount platform, which is an absolute game changer. Favourite cafes, restaurants, retail outlets are all offering up to 40 to 50% off pretty much the entire store. Like, you can go to the shoe bar and get 40% off. So if that doesn't get you excited, then Nothing will.
Yeah, and of course, sponsors staying with us, Hat Locker. Use Bray Ethan 20 for 20% off at hatlocker.com.au, and also Cheetah Clothing, quality merch there. Now, Shamo Woden yesterday slid into our DMs, Brownlow medalist, described this guy as the accumulator. He's the best player by some margin in the PSA at the moment, as it stands. A great name as well. Another hyphen. Please welcome Preston Cherry-Bayles. Prez, welcome.
Thank you for having me, guys. Really appreciate being here.
Pleasure to have you on. Well, it must be pretty nice to have a Brownlow medalist speak so highly of you.
Yeah, you know, me and Wally, we have a pretty good connection. He's probably like one of my biggest mentors. Starting in the first last year, he was probably one of the person that helped me change my game the most. I was a bit, as you said, accumulator. I could always do that, but it's the other stuff in my game that he helped me with, like my explosiveness and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So hearing him say something like that, it's like really means a lot to me, you know.
Yeah, and there's no love lost, even though he's at Aquinas now.
A little bit, but you know, it's fair enough.
Yeah.
What's the go with that, actually? I haven't actually... Well, I saw that he was going to Aquinas. Is Quinton Lynch still there, or has he given up with his role at Aquinas now?
Nah, I don't think he's still there anymore.
Yeah, right.
I could be wrong about that, but yeah.
Have you guys played Aquinas yet?
Yeah, we versed him in the Indigenous round.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
no lot of loss there.
Yeah, it's good. Starting off at Fremantle City Dockers and then to South Freo, where you played just the one game in 2023, so just the one Colts game under your belt. How did the switch then to Perth come about from there?
It was a long switch, yeah. So obviously South Freo only played one game during the bye round for Wesley. I thought I did alright that game, to be honest. But then, they just said I had to work on these things. And then I guess for the rest of the season, didn't work on it as much as I hoped I did.
Yeah.
So that's where my one game come from. And then stayed there for the pre-season this year. And, I actually enjoyed the pre-season. It was really tough. But then when games come around, it just it wasn't working out for me there, you know? It just the fit or the environment for me, something wasn't right. So maybe that's why I didn't get a game there. But, you know... I don't hate them or anything. They did a lot for me. Helping me improve my game, and then the preseason, which really helped me this year. I'm really appreciative for that, but just didn't work out there in the end.
And then was the switch to Perth pretty seamless? Because it must have happened pretty quickly then.
It was probably about a month it took. So a couple of weeks before the first Colts game is when I said, I think this is what's going to be best for me. And then I don't know any of the details of it actually, but they just negotiated back and forth, that sort of thing. And then, a couple of rounds in, I think it was the first PSA game. It was when I was officially at Perth, got all the merch, that sort of thing. So it was really good. So I haven't been able to get down to that many trainings, but all the boys are really nice there. Bring me on and obviously look at the stats a bit. So
we're obviously going to touch a lot on PSA, but judging by stats, I don't know, South Freo might be regretting their decision not to play more because it's quite ridiculous. But
well, previous to this year, what does your early years at Wesley look like, and when was it that you broke into that Wesley first side?
Yeah, so I came to Wesley in year 9.
Yep.
From CBC, year 7 and 8. So I came on a scholarship, an academic scholarship actually. It's not football, so
They do footy scholarships, don't they?
They do footy scholarships.
Because I think
not the best.
Guildford don't do sports scholarships, which is another thing. But yeah, academic. What's the academic scholarship for?
It's just like an all-round thing. So like my grades, I guess, in year 7 and 8 were not bad.
So an ATAR score of yours is going to be looking pretty good.
Or maybe not after exams anymore. Yeah, it was looking alright, but I don't know anymore. We'll see.
But yeah, Wesley won. So when did you crack in?
First game of year 11.
Yes.
So year 10 played 10 A's, year 9 9 A's. Could never get a game then, because obviously the team was really strong.
Ruben Jimby, Arthur Jones, and I
Yeah.
might be missing some
Caleb
too.
Smith.
Caleb Smith too. Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
Strong
so
side.
trained with all them boys for a bit in year 9 and 10, and they really helped me develop. Only a couple trains, but just like the leadership that they have, something about them was really good.
Yeah.
Actually, my first training with the first, Caleb Smith was my kicking partner, so that was really cool to see him play an AFL game now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, first game, year 11, came into the side, played midfield, started on the bench, but yeah, it was really fun against Hale, close game. I think it was wet weather football, somewhat, so yeah, bit hard to get a bit of the ball there, but, you know, happy to get into the side and then just went from there, you know.
Yeah.
Were you
So-
nervous? First
Yeah,
game,
I was so nervous. Yeah, the sleep the night before, not very good. I think I went to bed at 9:30, and then it just kept creeping up, 10, 10:30, 11. And I think by 11:30, I finally got to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
How many games do you reckon it took you to like settle in, or like for it to become the norm? I guess.
just thinking. Maybe 4, I'd say.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's quick or short, but I feel like once I got my routine down packed, it was just like, oh, I need to do this every week, and then I can perform my best. My routine's pretty strict.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I actually changed this year on my routine. I made it a bit less. Like it was down to like a week before my week planned out. But yeah, I've changed it a bit less strict. So if something goes wrong, then it's not like, oh, my whole game's changed.
Yeah.
It's just like I go out there and I play now. So yeah.
And your numbers this year, they're ridiculous. I mean, some of which will come up in the quiz.
Yeah.
But what's been the key? I mean, surely you've exceeded your own expectations.
Yeah, there's no chance I would have ever thought this would have happened. First, 7, 8 games, and my stats looking like this. Like, I don't want to get too egotistical, but yeah, I get reminded about it a bit. I'd say getting my fitness up was probably the biggest thing. Throughout all my junior years, it was probably my fitness that let me down the most. So the pre-season at South Ferro, that was really tough. Did a lot of running. My weight actually went up quite a bit, so I was at probably 85 kilos at my peak. So I hit the gym a lot, and then once it started coming to in-season, that's when I started cutting down a bit on all my stuff. So yeah, the running really helped me. I feel I can get more out of myself now. Before it was a bit more like one-paced.
Like
But-
win the ball.
yeah.
And then
Just kick it.
Yeah.
But now I can do stuff with it, bring my teammates into the game more, that sort of thing. So fitness is something that I assume everyone that takes their football seriously will have good. But yeah, going from like a 2K of like 7:45 to 6:30 really helped me with my game. Yeah.
Well, you hear
numbers.
it. Everyone needs leg speed, I guess, to make it a high level of footy. It's like you kind of need it now, otherwise you don't make it. So they say, I guess.
Yeah.
What about like dealing with tags or like opposition chat or like I don't know? How's that been?
It's a bit annoying, yeah.
I mean, you can't blame them when
Yeah.
when you're on fire.
Yeah, I haven't really copped a hard tag until I think it was Scotch. They were really on to me. They like gave me a lot of physical pressure, mental pressure, tried to get under my skin. I try not to let it phase me too much because at the end of the game, it's whoever wins. If they stop me but we still win, then you know, it's a trade-off, you know. But yeah, we didn't win against Scotch, but we were close. But yeah, the talk has been a bit funny. I've never really been talked to before on the field.
And they getting sledged.
Yeah, now I'm getting sledged, so it's like, oh, a bit of a wake-up call, you know? But yeah, I guess it's sort of like humbling that they tag me now. But yeah, really,
It's a challenge.
it's a challenge. But I feel like with the fitness, like I talked about previously, maybe I'm a bit fitter than all my taggers, so I can run a bit more. But it's still tough when they're just on you all the time. And assume, a lot of people they've got tagged before have the same experience with the tag sort of thing.
Well, how much have you enjoyed playing for Wesley, knowing, I guess, the rich history of names to play for the school? And I guess you got to be part of that. I think it was the 150th year last year as well. So, and then obviously this year, your last year.
Yeah.
So how much have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Coming through the grades, like 9, 10, that's when I was watching first, and then now coming into playing first.
Yeah.
I see myself as like, maybe like not as good as them, but Ruben, you used to go down to games to watch Ruben play and do his thing.
Yeah.
And then I guess that's come from all the previous players that have played AFL and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So going down to watch them play to now me playing for the Black Wyvern has been really special. Watching all the little kids get down, stream about on the hill, it's been really good to see. And I think the culture at Wesley is really good, really, really good. So it's like, I always want to come down and play there. It's not like, it's a bit of a drag. It's like, I do whatever I can to play down here.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like a chore.
No.
And it's so full on with exams as well, both trainings at PSA and Colts among other commitments, I'm sure. How do you balance the schedule?
I just try and keep it all the same during exams, because I feel like that's what lets you perform the best. If your body's used to doing all this training, so during exams, there's more pressure, but if you keep your routine the same, then there's not really much that can influence it. Like study went up a lot and you don't have to go to school, but keeping all the trainings the same was really beneficial. Keep that activity up, the social stuff. Yeah, but obviously with the study it's tough. So training went down a little bit, not too much, like maybe one less gym session to get the study in. But other than that, it's been pretty much the same. I'm not sure if it was the same when you guys were around or...
Well, we didn't do ATAR, so probably let off the chain a bit there.
I would have lost all my hairs.
Yeah. But I imagine the training in that is a release as well at the same time.
It's like something good to get to. You look forward to it. You study all day and then you look forward to seeing all the boys at training.
Yeah.
So that was really... It's actually really good that training's still on during exams. Even though we had a bye, still went down to training at Perth. That really helped out, getting to know the boys there, getting my physical activity up during exams. Because otherwise you actually can't go as well in exams if you're not exercising and all that. So yeah.
Is there any Wesley guys at Perth?
Yeah, we have a few Wesley guys at Perth. I'd say probably around 8.
Yeah, okay, so big numbers.
Yeah, big numbers.
It's not like you're walking into an environment where
Yeah.
2 people.
Yeah,
so 10 or so people,
Yeah, that really helped when I first came down.
Yeah.
They introduced me to everyone and all that sort of thing. But then once I got to know everyone, I can feel like I can talk to anyone there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
South Freo, there's only 2 Wesley kids, so there's a big change.
Yeah.
Obviously the location. Wesley's in the Perth region, so
yeah. Exactly.
And I'm just talking about the names that have been at the school. People that come to my head straight away. Buddy Franklin.
Yeah.
You can't really go past that. But Bobby Hill's another one. It's a rich history, as Bray said. So
yeah, all the coaches talk about them as their work ethic. So
Ben Cousins.
Yeah, I think that's something that I really improved on, my work ethic through 9, 10, 11, 12. Because as Bray would say, the work ethic is what gets you to places. You can improve your talent somewhat, but if you don't have the work ethic, then you're not going to get anywhere. So that's one thing that they talked about with those sort of players. Yes, they were really talented, but they had the best work ethic amongst anyone there.
Well, you shaved your head earlier this year for the world's greatest shave. Do you think you've got some good karma back your way in terms of your form and doing such a nice gesture? with that?
Yeah. I haven't really thought about that as translating to my football ability, but
Makes you feel a bit lighter on the field. I don't know.
yeah, maybe I can run around a bit quicker. But yeah, the shave was definitely something I wanted to do in year 12.
That's a thing Wesley do, isn't it? Yeah.
So I'd say at least half of our year group,
Yeah, right.
and it's like right to a 0, so it's pretty tough to convince people to do it. But yeah, the shave is a really good culture point for Wesley. So you can probably see it in the games. There's lots of shaved heads just running around. Yeah, mine still hasn't grown back too much yet, as you can see.
Yeah, when was it?
2 months ago.
Yeah, okay, so that's 2 months of growing.
This is 2 months of growing back.
That's still pretty short, yeah.
I was like skinhead pretty much. Like
I remember seeing Ruben early in the year, of his year 12 year, and yeah, he was almost bald.
Yeah.
So I can agree with how short you guys do it.
Yeah, the blonde hair as well probably didn't help Ruben at all.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have.
In terms of goals for the rest of the year, do you feel like your PSA form can get the attention of scouts if it hasn't done so already, or are you eyeing other opportunities to potentially put your name up for the draft?
Yeah, I'm hoping like they look at the PSA stats and all the games and all that, because I feel like the stats are good, but if you watch me in game, then maybe it feels like I can do a bit more, that sort of thing, like I dash around the ball, that sort of thing. But yeah, obviously I want to play more Colts games. I only played 1 Colts game in my career, and that was at South Freo. Haven't had an opportunity yet at Perth because of the buys being in the same round, but once school holidays hit, then hopefully hit the ground running there. That would be another way to show myself. And then not playing state 18s, that hurt, not getting picked for that, but with only playing 1 Colts game, you can't really expect too much, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could have played Colts games, but the time just wasn't right, if you know what I mean. So I feel like they can get my attention if I can just play well and consistently well and keep it up. But yeah, that would come naturally.
And I'm assuming you missed out on playing pre-season Colts games as well, because that's, I guess, was that when you're in the transition of changing clubs?
Yeah, I could have played like maybe the first 2 pre-season games, but didn't get picked for that, I guess. And then it was after that I decided that maybe this wasn't the best fit for me. And then obviously, as you said, all the Wesley boys at Perth, they got around me and all that.
Lured you over there.
Yeah, they reeled me over. So it was a good culture. So I went with it, and then I couldn't be happier, to be honest, at Perth.
Bloody oath. All right, we'll move on to the Instagram Q&As. We were saying off air, Ethan, there was about 40 that got sent in, which
pretty
is
impressive numbers.
Probably can't fit them all in, but
helps when the whole school sends them in.
yeah.
Of course, at Bray Ethan on Instagram to send them in. First one here from Austin Trezzy.
Trezzies?
Hey?
Austin Trezzies, yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Third time lucky. How good was Year 8 religion at CBC?
Oh, that class was chaos. Religion, not many boys took it too seriously.
Oh, yeah, can agree.
Especially when you're that age as well.
Yeah, in Year 8 it was pretty early, but
I hated religion.
I tried that class. I think that was peak COVID as well.
Yeah,
so, we weren't even in that class too much, but so many kids at the back of the class, good time, just chatting, and teacher getting angry all the time, But it was definitely a highlight at CBC, that class. There's so many people that I knew in that class that were just like, I don't know, playing Among Us, Year 8.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
I actually think one of the worst jobs in Australia could be being a religion teacher at an all-boys school. It actually could be one of the worst roles in the country.
Probably, to be honest, yeah.
From my experiences.
_ Diego.tharp. What was it like to verse Scotch in the PSA last year?
Last year.
Or this year, last year, I don't know.
Yeah, last year, obviously, it was a strong team. It was really tough. They got such good players like Bailey Banfield, Sullivan Moody, all those types of boys. They just have depth. Everyone there plays their role, and they all buy into their culture. So there's no weak points. You can't just like go at one player. Like they're all good. So it was really tough. Obviously playing in midfield, I think I played on Bailey Banfield. He's a very good player. Yeah. But I like to think I held my own. I think that was like the game after I got comfortable. I think that was the second or third game. I was still nervous going into it, but I played pretty well. I think I ended up on 30-something touches and playing on like one of the better midfielders in the PSA. That increased my confidence. But then the second round, playing Stotch was tough. Yeah, they had such a good side. Yeah.
Have been for years. So have they slightly dropped off this year?
Yeah, slightly dropped off this year. I think it's Hale and Aquinas are leading the way right now.
Really? Not Trinity?
Nah, Trinity's like, I think they're fourth. I could get the ladder up right now.
Okay,
Do not do that because there's a question coming up in the quiz.
Well, I think I might pull it up after this.
Yeah.
Underscore Max Sar or Sari.
Yep. Max Sar.
Get him to do a quad stomp. What on earth?
Yeah, Max, he loves my legs. I guess he thinks they're big or something. But I think mainly it's because my shorts are really short. I've had the same one since year 9 and just haven't replaced them. I don't know if it's a superstition or something.
Good luck charm, hey?
Good luck charm, but yeah, they're really short. So yeah, I probably need to get a new pair, but only a couple of games left of the season, so
No point, probably.
yeah.
Taj.Long, your favourite teammate?
Favorite teammate? That's very tough to decide. All of them are like super good kids, lots of banter, that sort of thing. I don't know if I could put one teammate.
It's tough.
Like, yeah, obviously all of them are going to listen to this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. So yeah, one's my favorite, but yeah, all a good bunch of kids. Yeah, enjoy talking to all of them, and make training just such a vibe, somewhere you want to be. So yeah.
Joshy.Kelly, who's the best defender in the league? And I'm assuming that's PSA.
Best defender in the league. God. That's a tough question. That stumped me. I'm sure Vadim would want me to say him. He's at Wesley. He's our fullback. So yeah, we'll go with Vadim. Bit of team support. But good defender. Probably the guys to tag me at Stotch. Bit biased there, but you know, it was tough playing against those sort of boys. They're really fit, strong, that sort of thing. Getting to your head. Yeah.
Ollie_Kelly06. What player do you see similarities to yourself? AFL wise.
Yeah, I feel like Lockie Neal is probably one of the comparisons I've drawn.
Hey, talk about big legs, man. He's got massive calves.
What's his name? Lockie or Maverick Weller?
Maverick Weller, yeah.
They had the biggest calves I reckon I've ever seen.
Neil's
They are
exceeds those.
You reckon? Bigger now.
So Lockie Neal. Yeah, I reckon that's a fair assessment as well.
Just around the contest a lot. Probably not similar in height, I guess. I'm not sure how tall he is, but probably around a similar height. You'd like to think similar build, but he's probably a bit bigger than me, you know, that sort of thing. But just the way we play...
ball magnets.
Just handballs, that sort of thing, quick hits. Yeah, that's definitely what the people think I can compare to the most. But, you know, I like to try to compare myself to Dusty Martin a bit more explosive. But
Harley Reid even.
Harley Reid, he's a great player.
Yeah, absolute superstar. The things that he's doing at that age, at AFL level.
What do you guys think of the suspension?
Yeah, just don't get suspended.
Don't get suspended. That rule needs to be modified.
Controversial.
Needs to be modified. I think it was Ben Cousins that said something the other night saying if it's like a strike or something directed at a player, then he can't win it if you get suspended. But if it's like a dangerous tackle or a bump or something, it's not really intentional.
Dangerous tackles are kind of hard to avoid sometimes.
Yeah.
Like in that position, like maybe he shouldn't have slung him, but like if he's getting stepped, you're just trying to do a last ditch effort, and he just came off wrong, I guess.
Tough. The game's changing, and no one really knows the approach it's going in.
Player safety, that's what they're talking about now.
Exactly. Brody Rees _. Thoughts on Steph Curry and why he's better than any Philly player ever? I'm assuming you're a Philly supporter?
Yeah, I'm a Philly supporter. Yep. So yeah, that's a tough one there.
Ben Simmons is pretty good back in his day at Philly when he actually decided to play.
Yep. I don't think he's played too much anymore since, but yeah, you know what, Brody, that's probably a fair comment. Steph Curry, very good player, best shooter of all time in my opinion, and yeah, led Golden State to a couple championships. So I'd hope Joel Embiid gets up there all time in the future, but with his
Needs
injury
support
problems.
around him.
James Harden was a pretty good shooter for Philly.
Yeah, he was
Flynn Carroll. How do you get your hair to look so gorgeous in the morning?
Not a lot.
It's morning
I'm
right now.
assuming there's not a lot that's been done
Nah,
with the world's greatest shave.
I can't really do much right now,
Yeah.
to be fair. Bit of water, brush it forward a bit. But when I had longer hair last year, I assume that's when he's talking about. You know, in the shower for quite a bit, conditioner, shampoo.
You would shower
that.
twice a day, operator.
Yeah, that sort of thing. And then in the morning, it didn't take me too much to get ready. I just chucked some water in it and then sort of try and let the curls come out.
Yep. Ollie
Kelly
_
again.
Kelly 06. How do you handle the hype at school with constantly being on baseline?
It's pretty easy to not get carried away with the amount of shit that I get. Can I swear?
Yeah, it's fine.
With the amount of shit I get told from that. They always keep me in line. I've never really look at that too much sort of thing. I just go about team success and playing the best I can each week. That's just sort of like another thing that happens, I guess, with good performance. So hopefully I can keep that up. But yeah, baseline posting me a bit. I can't remember, I think it's 3 or 4 times. But, you know, I guess that's from all the hard work I put in through the preseason, which has allowed me to play this sort of football for the school. So yeah, probably contribute that to my fitness and my preseason, but also the boys not letting me get it too far ahead of myself, letting me know that they're just as good as me, all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
Z Sprigg, best player from Mooka, you know. What's Mooka?
It's a country town in WA. He's from Mucka,
Right.
so
it's
I'd probably go
definitely
him. Him and his brother are pretty good from there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, Wesley boy as well. So I'll go Zach Sprigg, best player from Mucka.
Oh, is it Mucker, is it?
Yeah.
Rowan CCHHH. You can answer this accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
How's it being king of the PSA?
This is a popular question. This comes in every year.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I've been crowned king of the PSA, but the Wesley kids like to call me that, I guess.
Hey, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie, I guess, but nah, definitely not the king of the PSA. Just try and stay humble, I guess. But yeah, everyone throws that around at school, so it's like, oh, I guess they're referring to me now, but yeah, I guess we go for the captains of all the PSA schools for kings of the PSA instead of a football player.
I wish they had like a best and fairest count for the PSA, like
That would be pretty interesting, actually.
like
Yeah.
for the whole comp. I
Whole
mean,
comp and then
You'd make it a
get him-
coach's award thing. I would assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be cool. Vadim.Bukart.
Yep. Vadim.
Have I nailed that?
Yeah, you've nailed
I'm
it.
actually proud of myself there. I was just gonna.
Nice
I thought I was
job.
gonna
That's a
struggle.
tough name to pronounce.
Yeah, I
we
thought I
put
was-
through a lot of names in this segment.
Yeah. Who are some standouts for the 2025 season for Wesley?
2025 season. 25 season, they got a strong list. We have a lot of year 11s and 10s playing right now.
Yeah.
So if there's a year Wesley's going to win it, it's going to be next year, I think. This year, we've been getting close to all the sides with our depth, but we just haven't quite... We knew we were hopefully going to be up there this year, but it just hasn't worked out. We've lost quite a few close games.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing. But standouts for next year, obviously you got guys like Taj, Vadim, Whitty. I don't know if you know any of those boys, but they're their nicknames. Steedy, Josh Nathan, Mango, all these guys contribute really well right now. But the whole year 11 cohort, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with next year.
Maxon_Will. Do you know a bloke named Sam Irving who showed you how to drop a footy correctly?
Yeah, Sam, me and him went to primary school from kindy to year 6, and then CBC were year 7 and 8. Yeah, me, him, and another kid called Adam Osborne, we all got into footy at the same time. And you know what, Sam was probably the best kick out of all of us, so he just taught us how to kick, that sort of thing. But, you know, I like to think I developed my kick a lot more, and then I'm the best kick out of the 3 of us now. But they've all played more Colts games than me.
Right,
Yeah. So Adam's at East Freo, Sam's at South, all going well. So yeah.
Yeah. Riley Hamilton _ What was it like playing water polo at Wesley?
Yeah.
So did you do water polo as your summer sport?
Yeah, I
the
did
whole
water
time?
polo just year 11.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't win a game. We didn't come within 20 points to any school apart from Guildford.
Really? What grade you play?
First.
Really?
Yeah, there's only your first team.
Right.
So I've never played water polo before. And I was like, oh, this would be good fitness for me, year 11. And it'll help. So I played water polo for year 11. And yeah, it was definitely interesting getting belted every week. But we had a lot of young kids. I think right now is like year 8s and 9s playing first for us.
Wow.
So yeah. But yeah, it was a good experience actually.
Who was the best school?
Aquinas, I think it was.
Right.
Or Christchurch. Aquinas and Christchurch are usually strongest for that.
I'm just trying to like picture a game of like what PSA water polo. Like it's so different to footy or anything.
Yeah.
Mesarus James, he loves a question. Big fan of the show. Shout out to James. When will you change your profile pic? Or when will they change your profile pic of you in a Perth Guernsey?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm hoping to get a picture in the Perth Guernsey next time I go down there, because I know on baseline it's me and my South Ferrer stuff. So yeah, changing that would be good soon. Obviously I'm at Perth now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm not sure what we're going to do, because obviously the photos have already been for all the waffle clubs. So yeah, maybe just get an iPhone out, chuck a jersey on.
It's been done before, I think.
Yeah, that would be good though.
Adam O. Dude.
Yep.
Off-field plans for the future.
Off-field plans for the future.
Definitely going to uni, I assume.
Yeah. My big goal was to go to med school.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was probably my biggest goal outside of football. Getting a high enough ATAR and then doing all the other tests, getting the medicine. So yeah, that's probably what I need to get. But ATAR of 98, it's going to be pretty hard to achieve. So I'll keep pushing through that. Otherwise, chemical engineering, that's probably my favourite subject in school, chemistry. Yeah, right. So yeah, not sure if you've had many chemistry boys on the podcast, but yeah.
No, not off the top of my head. Caitlin Sturhoy was studying medicine. She's at the Giants A4W now. But yeah, you might be first since then. Zach.Johnson.1300.
Yep.
Now, you've mentioned a couple of players before, so it can be one of the names you've already touched on. But hardest player you've played on?
Hardest player I've played on? Yeah, I'm just thinking back to year 11 probably. The amount of talent they had in there. Adam Damasio was pretty hard to play on. He's a bit of a bull. Who else? Some of the Hale guys. Like that. Yeah, everyone's tough to play on really at this level. So I can't really picture one off the top of my head. Zach pushed me in training at South Freo. So yep, maybe he's the hardest player I've played on that's helped me the most. Who knows? But yeah, everyone's tough to play on and are great in their own right. So yeah.
Last one here, a bit of a, I guess, relating to your off-field sort of stuff with chemistry and whatnot.
Yep.
Joel_Reish.
Yeah,
Resh. How will you go about coming back from a 65 in methods?
Yeah, so 65 in the methods exam, not too flash. So I'm thinking that's going to change to my number one priority in school.
Right.
The methods class. So yeah, it's a pretty tough course, but you know, I actually moved house during the exams. So I had to play football, move house, and do exams. So maybe that's a contributor to why I was so low, but yeah, work a bit harder in school.
Methods is the maths, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
is that the middle one?
That's the hardest math.
Or is it the
Nah,
hardest one?
spec's the hardest, and then methods.
Oh, yeah.
Methods, you get a 10% bonus as well. So yeah, it's one of the hardest subjects that you can do in school. But yeah.
It's a
Well,
contrast.
I was going to say you learn things every day, but I knew that. It's been 6 years since I've even considered 8 or talking about ATAR.
Yeah.
Yep, same.
Quiz time.
Quiz time.
Looking forward to this one. Yeah, you had a little scroll through the questions before.
Nah, I didn't see
Nah, I
any of
didn't
these.
see.
Luckily, you didn't get as far down to the quiz. That's why we keep it down the bottom, so no one can have a cheeky look. Well, you just mentioned Adam Damasi. He's on top with 12 out of a possible 14. So that's, I guess, your target. He's the outright leader at the moment. Noah Catchard at 11. We've had a lot of Perth boys. Josh Edwards, 9.5. And am I missing anyone from Perth? Maybe that's
Not
it.
from this year.
Not from this year, no. So that's it. Recently, we've had some bad scores of 7.5. So hopefully
What's that for? Sorry, what are the scores for?
the quiz,
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
out of a possible
Leaderboard.
14. So we do not want another 7.5. It's happened recently, and we
Nah,
don't want it again.
I don't think I'll get a 7.5.
All right. Now this assuming it would be this year, but it could be last year. What is your height and weight on the Waffle website?
On the Waffle website, I know it's 180 centimeters, 71 kilos.
Yeah,
Correct.
okay.
But it's definitely changed since then.
Is that last year or this
That's
year?
last year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe, yeah, last year. Now it's 183, 80 kilos, around about then. So, yeah, put on a bit of weight since last year.
And grown a bit.
1 from 1. In your only Colts game to date,
Yep.
how many disposals did you have?
16.
Correct.
Right.
Yep. 4 kicks, 12 handballs as well.
Bang, he knows it. Off by heart.
What did you say? 4 kicks and 4 handballs?
12.
Oh,
handballs.
12
handballs,
handballs.
yeah.
I was going to say that doesn't add up.
Yeah, a bit handball happy that game.
Question number 3. Wesley currently sit 5th on the PSA ladder on how many points?
8 points,
Correct.
Correct.
2 wins.
2 wins, 4 points.
Yep. 3 from 3.
Question number 4. What was your highest ever batting score for the Cardinia Junior
Oh.
Cricket Club?
Highest ever batting score. 38. That would be my best guess.
We have 25 here.
25.
Yeah.
Probably that's right. I was not much
The
of a
thing
cricketer.
is, it all changed in like 2015, I think it was. So it's all like from for my cricket stats on my player, it only has my stats from I think 2016 onwards, and I've been playing since like 2010. So like, not that I made more than my highest score before then. but,
Yours
like,
is 25 as well, isn't it?
24 not out.
Oh,
thanks.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for a number 11 bat.
Yeah, I quit cricket a while ago.
3 from 4.
Yeah, 3 from 4. Question number 5. At the first third mark of the PSA season, how many ranking points were you averaging a game?
The first third. Was it?
So that's basically to now, isn't it?
It was about till May.
Okay. I'd go with, I know it's 156-ish now. Is it? And it dropped off. Is it 171?
Bang, correct.
Yeah.
Pretty good
I
guess.
knew it was higher before because obviously Stotch was a hard tag, so I know they dropped off since then.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be higher.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a bit of a guess. Somewhat educated, but
4 from 5. Question number 6. True or false? This is the only 150 plus point ranking in the competition. True or false?
when were the questions done? How recently?
Well, this is
based
this is
off
at
the
this is at the
170?
1/3 mark as well.
Yeah.
At the 1/3. Oh, that's tough. Can I go to true?
It's false.
Who else?
Blake
has got...
Kelly 156.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. He's been injured, hasn't he?
He's
maybe.
been playing state 18s.
I am state 18s. Yeah.
He played
No.
trial.
I was thinking, did he graduate last year? But
No, he's
No,
still
he's
there.
still there.
He's still there this year.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, Four from six. Question number 7. Your top disposal count for Wesley in a game so far has been 48.
Yep.
Leather
which is
poisoning.
nuts, yeah. How many of these were contested?
Oh,
That's
contested.
tough.
This is a tough question.
I guess it's not official stats, but I guess in a way it can be.
I feel like this was my lowest contested game. Is it?
There was a post about this. It wasn't on Baseline. It was on Premier Data.
I'm gonna go with. I'm between two. Between 13 and 18 for some reason. I'm not sure if either of them are correct, but I'll go with 13.
17.
Is it 7, 8? I
Yeah.
don't know. I had that many in that game.
Yeah, hard to keep track. 4 from 7.
Now you got
Still.
to move on here.
I do need to move on. Can't
Question
get the
number-
lowest.
Question number 8. In the same game, how many marks did you take?
10?
Oh,
11.
11.
Close.
Close but no cigar. I thought I'd be better at this, to be honest.
Well, we still got 6 points up for grabs, so you
6
could go
points.
to a possible 10 here if you nail this in the next
Yeah.
question. Question number 9. As Ethan's changing it all. Your
No,
long-range goal against Aquinas in round 6 put you guys up by how many points at the time of the game?
Up by 11.
We've got 12.
Up by 12.
Is it 12?
Yeah, it was 6-0, and then you kicked that goal. So,
I thought it was 6 to
12,
1. That's why I went with 11.
let's
The scoreboard
double check.
could always be wrong at the PSA grounds, though.
I'll check quickly. I can.
Pulling it up
Okay.
on streamer.
I need this point, so.
Yeah. Where did I find this? Yeah. Oh no.
Are you pulling it up on streamer or are you?
Yeah. Well, that says 0.
Oh, yeah, that says 0.
Yeah, what-
Nice goal, if you don't mind. Just a nice chop off, bang from close to 50, sailing through it mid-range height.
Are we any chance of rolling towards the centre bounce so we can see the scoreboard? Or
Yeah,
the clip
sure.
end?
Probably not, because this is just a
'Cause
highlight
the
that's been
scoreboard might be
created.
different. The scoreboard
Yeah.
might be different.
We'll check after. It's
Yeah,
going to take too
well,
long.
Go ahead with question number 10, and
Alright.
I've got a streamer
Okay, it's
subscription, so
round
I'll
6.
have a
Aqua
look.
versus Aquinas.
round 6. Right, yeah. I'll sort it out.
Okay,
Still on 4.
so to
4.
who am I? So basically 5 points if you get the birthday,
Yep.
and then every line we go down we reveal more, but less points up for grabs. So you want to get it earlier,
Yep.
and you get 3 guesses on the birthday. It's someone related to, like, not family member, but like related to where you're from, your journey, etc.
Okay.
So you can take wild guesses because you got 3. I was born on the 22nd of July 2005.
2005. 22nd of July. Can I save my guess for the next question? Or do I have to guess each time?
But you can guess each time, but there's less points up for grabs, so you can have a random guess. If you want to move on, you can.
Yeah, move on. I couldn't get it from the birthday.
All right. For 4 points, I won the 20-meter sprint at last year's National Draft Combine.
Aiden O'Driscoll.
Correct.
4 points. What does that leave me on? Surely that's
8
not
at
Eight,
the
low.
moment.
at 8 at the moment. The rest of that, I have a brother and sister in the AFL system.
Yep.
I'm the last WA player to be drafted from Wesley. Unfortunately, had to retire effective immediately.
Yep.
So, yeah, sending our thoughts out to Aiden. But, yeah, he was the who am I, so...
Yeah, he's actually one of my family friends as well.
Yeah.
So our family knows him quite well. So yeah, a bit sad that he went down with the concussion.
Hopefully he can still stay involved in footy in some
Yeah.
way, shape or form, if that's
Yeah.
what he wants to do. But
No way I would have got the birthday though. I needed a second
yeah.
Joe.
So that takes us to 8. As we try our best to scurry
Yeah.
for this last point.
I think I got to where it was at 12, but it was just after the goal, I think.
Yeah.
And there we go, there's the kick. Hopefully we can, it is, you are right, Ethan, with it being 12-0.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you can see the scoreboard in the background. No, you can't. It's alright, we'll find it. It's an easy scoreboard to find. I've already seen it about 3 times so far. Scrolling through, just ticking every 10-second button. As a teammate of yours goes down on the ground, I think, or Aquinas actually.
Yeah, big bump on him.
Oh,
Feel bad for him.
a chance. Come on. No, the scoreboard does say 0-12.
Oh, is it 0-12?
Unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Maybe
Unfortunately.
they keep the next point. That's why I thought it was 12-1. But you know.
Well, we'll pop you into the leaderboard. Yeah, you've still got 3 guys behind you.
Yep.
You're an 8. It's still a pass mark.
Still a pass mark. That's some of them were
Sort of
pretty
similar
tough
to your
questions.
method score, I guess. Hopefully you can take that pass mark into further study.
Yep. Hopefully, I need to study harder in all areas.
Well, of course, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you can head over to YouTube as well, vice versa. YouTube to Spotify. Remember to subscribe, 5-star rating, a like would be much appreciated. And remember, pegs. Download the app on your App Store or Google Play if people have an Android. And yeah, it is exciting times ahead. There are some things potentially in the pipelines. So you download the Pegs app. You can put in someone's username to get, I think, $10 extra when you sign up, which is very, very handy. But also Hat Locker as well. I've got a Hat Locker cap on.
From the episode just gone, yep. It's nice.
I do like it, very good. And I think they were actually sold out. I had a look on the website and they were sold out.
Exclusive.
So I got an exclusive while we could. But of course, yeah, Hat Locker and Cheetah Clothing as well. I got the jumper on as well. It is cold.
New drop coming in July, I believe, as well.
Yeah. He's just got back from Europe, I think.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that.
Yeah, so look out for that. But Preston, can't thank you enough for coming in today, and we'll make sure to get you onto the Pegs app.
No, thank you guys for having me. Really appreciate it. Good talking to you guys. Really good bunch of lads. And yeah, get onto the Pegs app.
Yeah, get on it.
Love it.